Possums, you bloody beauty! I'm back down under! Hi Possums, thank you for joining me for my favourite time of day. It's thrift haul day! As you know, or as you can tell from my terrible introduction, for which my friends will never forgive me, I am back home in Australia, back down under in Brisbane. There's so many wonderful reasons to be home, not least of which to spend time with my amazing parents. And if there's one person who loves thrifting even more than I do, if you can actually believe that, it's my mother. She is the ultimate bargain hunter, and we absolutely love op shopping, charity shopping, thrift shopping together. Mum says she's my lucky charm, and to be honest, I don't really think that I can disagree with her, because every time we go thrifting together, I always manage to find amazing bargains. So I'm really pleased to talk you through what we've managed to pick up in a few little charity shop, op shop kind of adventures over the last 2 weeks. So I'll start off with accessories. Almost by accident, this thrift haul is going to be a little bit of a Hayley Angell's guide to getting your vintage inspired summer wardrobe ready. There's a couple of key little things that I look for as just a fantastic starting base for building your wardrobe from, and I was really lucky to be able to have found all of these. The only thing I didn't add to the mix was a collection of scarves. I would recommend anyone who's starting a vintage inspired wardrobe to get themselves a sheer scarf, a mostly red scarf, and a really bright coloured scarf. If the sheer scarf happens to be more of an autumnal tone, that's even better. Those 3 scarves, you can create a nautical look, you can create a warmer look, and you can create a really bright sunshiny look. But because I have the world's largest collection of headscarves already, I haven't gone ahead and bought any more. That's probably the last thing I need right now. So if you add scarves to this, this really is my base summer essentials for a vintage inspired wardrobe. Alright, let's get started. First cab off the rank is a pair of nude, tan, beige, whatever, wedges. Peak toes always, especially in summer. Not only do they elongate the leg, they get to show off the lovely bright pedicure that you may have had, or dodgy nail polish you've applied yourself, which is in my case. So pick these up. These were $4, so $2 per shoe, about, I don't know, just over £1 per shoe, which is an absolute steal. They were originally from Target, so department store brand, but I always find them to be really quite good quality, especially these are probably like their excellence or signature or kind of work range. Super easy, they're going to go with everything. So whether you're wearing a bright colour, you're doing black and white, you're doing something in warmer, earthier tones, these are going to be your absolute go-to. I have managed to earn myself the nickname, the Shetland Pony, for a reason. My height is 90% torso and 10% leg. I have probably the shortest legs going around. So anything that gives me a little bit of height is always lovely, and something that's in a nude tone like this just really works to elongate the leg and give me a little bit of extra height to peep out from below whatever dress I might happen to be wearing on whatever day. So pair of nude wedges, $4. Don't think these had ever been worn. If there's any wear, it's because I've worn them for the last 2 weeks straight since I've been here. So absolutely love those little beauties. $4 for bargain number 1. Any summer vintage inspired wardrobe must feature a beautiful cane bag. I'm an absolute sucker for a cane bag like this. You'll notice if you follow me on Instagram or anywhere really, or see me walking about in real life, I've always got a little basket or a little cane bag of some kind. I just think they totally scream summer. I absolutely love natural textures and fibres. I just think they give that beautiful, otherworldly kind of tiki sort of vibe. And they're really light, really wearable, really easy to use. Yeah, I absolutely love them. So I saw this one for $6, considering I could probably post myself in this bag. So big. I figured that's $6 of proper value there. I also love this one, and it definitely spoke to me because I do get in a little bit of trouble, and sometimes actually get stopped in the street, usually by mums, very well-meaning mums of course, is that a basket, you know, people warn me someone could just pop their hand in and steal purse, wallet, you know, phone, whatever. Thankfully that hasn't happened, though my phone was once stolen from my pocket. That was very devastating. But thankfully that's never happened. But this one, I really like this little feature. It's kind of got this internal, I'm just going to pull this purse out for a minute. It's kind of got this internal lining. So it's got this nice big kind of drawstring piece. So you just kind of pull that little sucker close and ain't nobody kind of getting their filthy paws on your silky drawers. I don't know why you'd have silky drawers in your handbag, but no one can get their hand in there to get whatever goodies are inside. To go with the bag, and you would have seen, I just pulled this out before, I've got this gorgeous purse. I absolutely love this. The minute I saw it, I had to have it. This was $4, so it made the purse handbag combination $10. Pretty happy with that. $5.50 or £6, whatever that is, in GBP. It's just got this lovely leather trim around, and I love these little kind of bits of detailing in the stitching along here. What I love most is the simplicity. So you pull it open to this kind of cane inside, this sort of woven inside, which I love. Bits and bobs just straight in there. Whenever I buy a purse with all these like 10 million little card holders, I always have the best intention of putting my credit cards and getting organised, and that lasts all in a matter of 4 days, and then I start freaking out because I can't find anything. So they just slip in there, and then I love that there's this big old kind of zippable space here that I can pop my phone in, zip it up, and I can actually carry this as a little bit of a clutch instead of taking my whole bag. So yeah, absolutely love this. Summer essential, kind of, really more the handbag, but you know, need somewhere to pop the money that looks stylish as well. So I was really pleased to pick that up. Sorry, Possums, just sweating there a little bit. I had to turn the fan off because it was whirring into the microphone. So you're just going to see me melting in front of you. If you are in Australia and if you're in ACT, New South Wales or Queensland, Salvo stores have these lovely little loyalty cards, and every time you spend $10 you get a stamp. If you do that 5 times you get 50% off any clothing purchase. So total bargain, so it takes your already existing bargains and makes them even cheaper. The great thing about the Salvos and most of the op shops here in Oz, and certainly the ones that I've been shopping at in Brizzy, is they tend to have special days. So really do pay attention to what the special is on that day. I've not seen this on weekends, so I would say that weekends are probably out. But in the week, it'll be like, you know, half price orange tag day, or anything, blue tags might be anything tagged $15 or less is now $2. So there's all these sorts of specials on the different color tags that are inside the clothing. So this dress that I'm wearing now, I picked up on one of those specials. I'm sure this was a half price day. I got 4 dresses on the same day. One of them was this, it was marked $15, so it was only $2. I got a total bargain on it. So make sure when you walk in the door, you check the kind of, there'll be a special board or something near the register. Check out what's on sale, because it is incredible the bargains that you'll get if you can follow along with the color tags. If you can bring yourself to leave something behind that isn't on a color tag and wait for when it does become one of the special tags, I applaud you. I don't know if I'd have that kind of self-control, but that's true bargain hunting. So when I bought these bits and pieces, all from that particular Salvo store I mentioned, I totally forgot to ask for one of these, but thankfully I rectified my wrong, and I've already got one stamp and I'm on my way to 50% off. So make sure you get one of those if you shop at the Salvos. So on the same day that I got, from the same store that I got the bag, the purse and those peak toe shoes, I got a couple of more fab things as well. Really simple and easy. I'll get this out of the way first. I got this lovely little nautical striped tee. This was on the $2 rack. I think this is super easy with a skirt. You know, I love a nautical theme. Mentioned those headscarves at the beginning. Get a red headscarf with this and maybe a little anchor or a cute little badge, and you're well on your way. So $2. Love that. That's going to get plenty of wear while I'm here. The other thing that I picked up that I absolutely love is this gorgeous Pink Lady Delight. I saw this on the rack and my heart just skipped a beat. I love everything about it. I love the colour. Oh, what you can see, I've added my, mum bought me this lovely little flamingo brooch that arrived when I got back here to Oz, so that was really nice. I'll pop that on there, but I'll show that off in a minute. So love everything about it. Love the colour, love the button down. I love that it's got a collar for a great brooch. I love this lattice work that's on the sleeves and also matching on the lovely angled pockets there. I just think this is a real one of a kind. You know, you may see a dodgy old 80s house dress and I see a pink lady, Grease, Rizzo delight, and I suppose in chatting about this, and I'll pop it on in a minute and you can see it, this really comes down to, I know I can be quite evangelical about sizing. And when I say I'm evangelical about sizing, I'm evangelical about ignoring sizing. There is no better way to cut yourself off from amazing bargains and amazing buys and incredible individual pieces that nobody else has than by paying too much attention to the labels. So whenever I post outfits and stuff on Instagram or wherever you might follow me, I tend to highlight sizes below my sort of standard size. So in a dress, something that is not figure hugging and something that kind of fits in the waist and falls over, I'm probably a 14 to 16. So I tend to highlight whenever I buy anything that's like a size 10 or a size 8, just so that you can see that you really shouldn't be cutting yourself off something by telling yourself that it's too small. And I'm going to do that in a minute as well. I've got a little size 10 dress to show you in a sec. But similarly, don't do that when it comes to larger sizes. So if you see something that's got an extra 0 or an extra letter after it, or is a few sizes and you feel like that says something about you and so you're avoiding it and whatever that will make you feel about yourself, forget it. It's just a total waste of time. It's an arbitrary thing. Who cares what the number says? So this dress was a size 20. Across the back of this dress, you can see an elasticated band. Now the elastic had completely died on that. It had lost all elasticity and they were basically just 4 inserted long pointless strings. So I could see that it was far too big around the waist. So I just opened up the side seam just with a little, unpicker that you can get from any $2 shop, sewing shop, department store, whatever. And I just pulled on the 4 strings, the 4 pieces of elastic that had become strings that were running through. I just gave those a big tug, pulled them out until it brought in the waist for the perfect fit for me. And Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, you've got a fantastic dress that, as I said, yeah, according to the number, is a little over maybe what you might feel to be your standard size, but now absolutely fits me like a glove. Really, taking in weights and adding darts is just the easiest thing in the world. You don't need to be an old hand with a sewing machine. All I know how to do is sew in a straight line, and that's all you need to know how to do as well. Basically, if it isn't straight, I'm not going to come and hunt you down. And I know that many of you do drop me comments or get in touch about some of the alterations and things that I do. So I've got a bit of a pile of thrift finds of different dresses that are either too tight across the arm or too big across the waist or too long or too short for me. And I'll make a series of videos where I just show you the simple alteration that I do so you can see how easy it is to get that before and after for a one-off piece that'll fit you beautifully. This was $5. Yes, $5, that's £3. And through the magic of television, all I have to do is click my fingers and here you can see this amazing dress in action. I can't stop swishing in it. I love the pockets. I love everything about it. I love the funky cool Grease Mega Mix collar on it, and my little flamingo pal just sets it off an absolute beauty. So $5, bargain dress number 1 from the Salvation Army store in Deception Bay, where I grabbed all my accessories as well. I love that one. Oh, Possums, I'm expiring before your very eyes. So also at the same Salvo store, I got this dress. This was marked as $6, but it was, I forget what color tag it was. I think it might have been blue or orange tag, was half price. So talking about those special tags I mentioned before. So this made this only $3, so like £1.70 or whatever it is. Really love it. I love that it's, crazy retro. I love the red, I love the fleck of white and that beautiful sort of sky blue that's running through there. Kind of disappointed because I have back in the UK the exact sky blue coloured belt that would just set this on perfectly, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. I've also never worn it either, so it's kind of frustrating. But I love that it's really easy, really wearable, no ironing required. You know, screw this up in a ball and throw it in the bottom of your handbag and it will pop out looking as good as the day it was made. I will probably just fix it. The waist here isn't elasticated, but just so it sits a little bit nicer under a belt, I might actually run a little bit of elastic along that seam. I'll decide if I can be bothered, or maybe I'll just whack a belt around it. But I love that it has that lovely vintage kind of air hostess sort of look about it, but really I can get away with wearing this in my style on the weekend, but I can also sort of zhuzh it up to be a little bit corporate, and I can wear it to work as well. So that's always a really nice bonus when you can take your vintage inspired life to the corporate or the work environment too. So for $3, certainly couldn't leave this one. And yet again, by the magic of television, click my fingers, and here you see this gorgeous red number accessorized up to work in a lovely, lovely vintage style. So love that one. Total bargain for $3, all from the same store again, as I mentioned, at Deception Bay. So they were all the bargains that I picked up there, but of course the shopping did not stop in that store. I popped into the Vinnie's, the St Vincent de Paul's charity in Morayfield, and got this absolute stunner. Now, I am a sucker for a vintage hat. I'm a sucker for anything kind of adornment to go up in the hair, and I saw this hat and just had to have it. It was a 50% off clothing, which didn't technically include things like accessories, but thankfully the staff there were happy to offer this to me for half price. It is an original vintage piece, so it was $35, so I got it for $17.50, which I think is a total bargain for such a unique piece. So I love that this is such a modern mustard yellow colour, and it's also done in like a lovely jersey fabric as well, so it kind of feels like it's got a bit of a modern twist. So I of course have not done the hair to accommodate this, but I'm just going to sit that there for the minute. So imagine I've got kind of a big hunk of kind of curls coming back under here. I've got this kind of tilted absolutely magically, and I've got the exact kind of matching outfit. I mean, you know, what a beauty is that? You know, all we need is to kind of adorn it with some fruit on top and it will become Miranda, eat your heart out. Was delighted to pick up this gorgeous original vintage Broadway Anglaise sun frock. Look, what an absolute beauty. Is that a milkmaid's delight or what? This gorgeous bodice featuring this lovely kind of ribbon detailing and these lovely kind of pearl buttons. Yeah, look, the full skirt. If this doesn't make you want to spin around in a mountain singing "The Hills Are Alive," I'm not sure what will. Coming back to sizing, this dress is marked as a size 10. So again, please, you know, I've gone from a size 20 to a size 10 all in the space of 1 week, and both are fantastic dresses for totally different reasons. If I cared too much about sizing, my standard size, you'd probably think 14, 16, 18. Well, I wouldn't own any of them, so make sure you're totally flexible with sizing. So of course, as usual, by the magic of television, click my fingers, and here you have it. As I said, milkmaid's delight. This dress, considering it's a lovely white sun frock, it's kind of surprising, got a surprising bit of weight to it. The fabric is really nice and weighty and hefty, which just means it sits so nicely over the figure, yeah, and sits really full. So very happy with this bargain buy for $6. Happy days or what? So love that dress. Also on that trip to the Salvos, I picked up these fab shorts. I posted a photo to Instagram, or would be last year sometime, where I got this really cute little kind of glittery twin set. Here's the photo here so you can take a look. And I love the little twin set, but I was just racking my brain as to what to wear it with. And Mum kind of went and sticked about in her cupboard and came back with these like circa 1994 shorts. And at first I was a bit like, ooh, I'm not sure about those, but actually absolutely love them. And Mum gave them to me, thanks Mum, and they've been getting plenty of wear. So I saw these along the same vein and absolutely love them. They are, you know, 1992 called, and they want their shorts back. But, you know, these really full-legged, culotte short type looking thing. Yeah, they're a little bit big around the waist, so I'm just going to pop a couple of tiny darts in there because they are zip up. A fact I didn't realise until I was standing in the store trying to yank them up over my thighs and swearing and, you know, causing all sorts of a scene. So yeah, of course, Hayley, just undo the zip is usually what you do to get these things on. But great pair of pockets, and look, there you have it. Take a look with a really cute lemon yellow, or it's got this gorgeous green in it, or it's got these lovely maroon and rust tones. So any of those, a little top, pair of sandals, and that is summer sorted. Yeah, so these were originally, I think they were $6 or $5, and they were one of those 50% off tags that I mentioned. So no, they were $3, sorry, and 50% off $3, so $1.50 for these little beauties. So absolutely love those. They were a really great find. So these and that lovely Broadway Anglaise dress, I was happy days. And of course, that was the day that I remembered to get my Salvos 50% off card. Mum bought some bits and pieces as well, so I spent over the $10, got my first jab, and on my way to 50% off of my Salvos shopping. So love those little beauties there as well. So after our trip to the Salvos in Morayfield, we walked around the corner. There's an independent op shop there that's run by the Centrepoint Church. Popped in, and I had hoped that I could get a little swimsuit to wear, so me, mum and dad have a pool, happy days, while I'm staying here. So I had secretly hoped to get some swimmers, but wasn't holding out all hope. But look at these, they're not vintage, they are just done in a beautiful vintage style. Look at these gorgeous nautical 50s delight swimmers. They are absolutely incredible. And guess what? They were $2. $2 for these. So they've got a little bit of support in the bust, which is always really nice, so keeping everything looking and feeling where it should be. They're a little bit cheeky, and what I mean by that is they are this fabric. There's a little tag inside that will give this away. Let me read. Oh my god, where did it go? Okay, how do you confuse a Hayley Angell? Oh, here we go. Okay, so it says in here, note, transparency may occur when wet. And what I can see is the front of the swimmers have been lined, so you can see the kind of bust area, you can see the lines across the front to make sure we're keeping our modesty, ladies. But the back hasn't been relined, so I'm imagining this lovely kind of navy mesh becomes a little bit cheeky. Cheeky when wet, but you know what, hey, life's too short not to, you know, be a little bit cheeky from time to time. So love the crossover of that, and take a look, huh? Eat your heart out, Marilyn. Someone bring me a cocktail, get me a fan and a big hunk that I can drape across, and I'm your 50s delight right here. So happy days for that. Thanks to the Centrepoint charity shop for this $2 bargain. Happy days. Just some final little bits and pieces that I picked up. These are just like $1 and $2 each. I got this lovely little mother of pearl brooch, this little turtle brooch. Absolutely love him, it's adorable. And this little ring. I know you see these kind of big sort of plastic sort of rings everywhere, but I really love the colours in that. And that really, you know, goes with loads of things that I wear. So love the colours in that. And then I also couldn't resist this little bag. I think the charity shop, the staff member at the op shop couldn't believe their luck when they offloaded on me a bunch of what they thought were hideous clip-on earrings. And look, a clip-on isn't exactly my favourite, but yeah, I had a little bit of a dig through this bag, and I thought there were some real beauties in there. So this one here, these earrings, I think they're probably, I mean, have a look at the size of that. I mean, maybe not necessarily for an earring, but I'm always looking out for little bits and pieces that I can take the back off and glue a little pin on and can become a brooch. So see, that will be a fabulous little kind of autumnal tone brooch, so I'll convert that. I mean, look at some of these, seriously. I mean, look, oh god, this is going to be a favourite. I mean, no, so wrong. Oh, I would say the creme de la creme of hideousness. Look at that bad boy, the 80s call or what. So maybe won't be rocking these anytime soon. I think these are going to go in my little niece's costume drawer here at Mum and Dad. But there were some nice ones in there. Hang on a sec, I'll just get these out. Love these little kind of like Art Deco fans. Love these little kind of blue enamel, little like sort of lily types, this lovely little fabric, purpley fabric pair, and a great little pair of nautical hoops. So look, in total I probably spent, I don't know, I add up what I've just said, maybe $50, that's maximum. And I've managed to get, you know, 3 dresses, swimmers, shorts, a top, gorgeous hat, shoes, purse, handbag, and accessories to last me until the day I die. Of course they won't. I have no doubt I'll be buying plenty more. So that's all today, Possums. Thanks so much for joining me as always for another thrift haul. Would love to know what you think of all of the goodies. And please, I'd also love to hear about your best find over the last week or two. So pop it down in the comments. If you like this video, do me a great favour by giving it a thumbs up. And if you do want to see more from me, as I post videos of my various thrift hauls and other things, go ahead and subscribe. You just need to click a link somewhere down there that says subscribe. So that's all from the world of Hayley Angell thrifting. Can't wait to see you next week. And in the meantime, stay fabulous, Possum. Look after yourselves. Happy thrifting. Bye.